No. No. I do not want Pink Gold Peach back.
What's going on, guys? It is Mason and Delfino. Welcome to a brand new E3 video. Today I'm joined by Nathaniel Bandy to talk about Mario Kart DLC tracks for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. Nathaniel, how you doing today?
Hey, what's up, dude? I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. Tell the viewers a little bit about your channel for those of them that do not know you.
Well, I do a lot of different things on my channel, mostly Nintendo focused. Basically, every type of show that's on YouTube I have tried, and I still kind of do. So if you like Nintendo stuff, if you like ROM hacks too, then you'll probably like my channel. Alright
guys, definitely go check him out. He makes some really fun, entertaining stuff. The Mario 64 videos are the best. So anyway, Nathaniel, thank you for joining today. It's going to be a fun little discussion here about Mario Kart. So basically, just to kind of summarize my thoughts about DLC tracks and all that kind of stuff, on the Nintendo Switch they released Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It was April 28th, I think, or something like that in the US. Just roughly 2 months after the Switch's launch, maybe closer. Not even 2 months, but you get the idea. The one thing I was kind of disappointed about was that the only tracks that were available, you know, they were only the ones from the Wii U. And granted, it's all the DLC that was on the Wii U, included in the same price as the Switch, but I really didn't feel like there was that many new aspects aside from the battle mode, and I think they had, what, a couple more new characters, was it? Or something like that?
Yeah, well, there was actually a lot of new characters. There was Inkling Girl, Inkling Boy, Dry Bones, Bowser Jr., and Dry Bowser. I think that's all of the new ones.
Really? I thought that was... They weren't in the Wii U one?
No.
Oh.
Well, it's interesting. Like, there was actually a lot of characters... A lot of, like, you know, well-known, iconic Mario Kart characters not in the Wii U version.
Right.
And a lot of those were brought back to the Switch version, which is pretty sweet.
Okay.
No Diddy Kong, though, and no Birdo, sadly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they're at. Diddy Kong especially. This is like, if they have the opportunity for this and they still don't utilize that, I'm just going to guess that Diddy Kong Racing is coming or something because, you know, in Mario...
That's a pipe stream. That's never going to happen.
Maybe. But you never know. But it's just like, Diddy Kong, he's just kind of been vacant, you know. And was he in Mario Kart Wii or no?
Yeah, Mario Kart Wii had, like, the best roster, honestly. He was in there.
Okay. See, I don't remember him, but, like, you know, you know Mario Kart a lot more than I do, I think. You play it a little more. But, like, basically, you know, there's a lot of variety, I guess is our point, up until this point. We've had Inklings now, a Splatoon, you know, it's a huge series now, and, you know, they're getting representation. They're in Smash Bros. Now coming up, and that's really cool. But then we have, like, Dry Bowser, we have Link, and the Villager. Like, there's a lot of Nintendo characters that are kind of coming into this now. And it's kind of becoming more of, like, a Nintendo Kart, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, you know, basically... DLC hopes for the Switch, I think it'd be really cool just to see something new. Granted, anything. More characters, more tracks preferably. Because I feel like that's kind of where the series really shines. But the developers said if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sells well on the Switch, they would be open to DLC. And at that point, just after the Switch's launch, on launch day for the game, 459,000 copies were sold in the US alone. So it's already, you know, it's been out for probably, it's been out for a year now at this point. So it's just like, it's done very well, and I feel like it's one of the best, you know, in terms of sales for the Nintendo Switch at this point so far. Because it's Mario Kart. Everybody loves Mario Kart. But basically, like, you know, what could they do? Tell me some ideas if you have any.
Well, I think there's a couple of different things they could do. I think if they really want to expand for the next game, they need to just focus on bringing in more non-Mario characters. So, Obviously, Link and Villager was really cool. I want to see Kirby. I think Kirby would be a great addition. What about Captain Falcon?
Yes.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, dude, we have the Blue Falcon as a race cart, Big Blue, and Mute City. I couldn't think of Mute City for some reason. We have all these F-Zero references, but no playable Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? I can't believe
noticed that the other day. Or not the other day, but, like, the last game. You know, it's just like, they keep dropping all these references to F-Zero, and he's not in the game. Like, you would think he's in Smash Bros., but that's the only time he's alive in Nintendo's world right now. And if he was in the game, I'm sure people would go crazy because F-Zero representation. Maybe that would mean a hint towards another even like F-Zero track or something themed after that. I don't know. But yeah, I know what you mean. Captain Falcon's just kind of missing, and I feel like that is a spot that needs to be filled. And as you mentioned with Kirby, if he had like the star as like a cart, I think that'd be really cool. instead of actually being in a cart, you know, you can just fly on the star. I've never played like Kirby's Air Ride style.
Yeah, there's so many vehicles in Kirby Air Ride that they could just take from that game and put them into Mario Kart. And then they could even take, you know, courses from Kirby Air Ride and, you know, do something with that and make that some sort of Mario Kart stage, like what they've done with Meat City and Big Blue.
Right. Now, in terms of tracks, exactly, like, there's a lot of variety that could happen. Like you just said, rip it from that game. I'm not saying straight rip it, but you get the idea, remake it. And, like, basically, one idea I actually saw this online the other day, and I was thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more I like it. Think about Mario Odyssey and all the kingdoms. What if you merge those all together, and it's kind of like a straight shot kind of track, like straight, but like, you know, some curves, some turns, and all that stuff, but you drive through every painting to go to every kingdom within the game.
That would be really sick. Like, I've always had that idea for Princess Peach's castle, where you're driving through the castle, and then you drive through Bob-omb Battlefield, then you go back to the castle, and then you go into Whomp's Fortress. So I think the same kind of thing could work with Mario Odyssey. I mean, honestly, like, I would be fine if they just did, like, New Donk City as a track, too. Because that is such a huge, diverse world. Like, with the anti-gravity, you could drive up the buildings and then drive off and glide around and stuff. Like, there's so many possibilities with that kingdom.
Or the point of, like, the top of the building, the highest building in that kingdom. If you, like, gravitated yourself, you know, drive up that building, you could, like, fly off of there to go to some of the platform on the ground. You know how some people like to jump off that top building? You know, I did that a lot in that game. And, like,
oh yeah,
you know, that's just something silly people do, but that could really be a good feature for a track like that. It's just to see some kind of view like that under you. Like, in Mario Odyssey, it's amazing, it's beautiful, but, like, to be able to fly and glide over that, to see more city almost, you know, that would be really exquisite. I think that'd be very cool. But yeah, like, I know what you mean. Like, if they had Pauline too from New Donk City, you know, she's kind of had a little bit more representation as well in terms of, like, relevancy. Yeah, that's the word. Okay, but, like, you know, she's been mayor of this New Donk City now for who knows how long, and, you know, she's just kind of here again. So it's like, you know, I feel like they're gonna take an approach to her as they would, like, as they did, like, with Rosalina from Mario Galaxy. You know, they just threw her in, like, every game that happened after that.
Oh, that would not surprise me at all. Pauline is one of those characters that fits like a Mario sports game. Like, honestly, I won't be surprised if she's in Mario Tennis Aces as an unlockable character.
Right.
And I could see her being in the next Mario Kart as well.
I think it'd be cool to see. But, I mean, Princess Peach and, you know, Pink Gold Peach, your favorite, have some little competition, you know what I mean, with Mario. But I don't know. I mean, Pink Gold Peach, do you want her back? Talk to me about that. Your waifu.
No. No. I do not want Pink Gold Peach back.
I'm joking.
I've been talking about this for years, and everyone thinks that I secretly like Pink Gold Peach, but I don't. I just don't, okay?
No, it's all good, man. I'm just pushing your buttons. But, like, I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Honestly, I'm with you. I mean, it's just kind of a wasted space, I feel like, that they totally could have put Diddy Kong, I will say. But it's like, why? You know what I mean? It's just one of those awkward, like, what the heck kind of characters.
That's what I've been saying for years.
Yeah.
I mean, because back then, I wouldn't have been upset with Pink Gold Peach as a slot if, like, it was an alternate skin with Princess Peach. That would have been fine, because then that slot could have been used for, like, you know, Birdo, Diddy Kong, Petey Piranha. King Boo is also another new character in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I forgot about him as well.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, she just took up an entire character slot for no reason.
Just, oh, yeah, I don't know. It was so weird. I saw that, I'm like, oh my. And now that's like a meme on your channel now. Like, everybody just throws that at you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if it sticks, it sticks. But, you know, it happens. But anyway, aside from New Donk City and all that kind of stuff, what about, like, this is something I've seen a lot of, kind of, like, bringing it back to life. Isle Delfino from Super Mario Sunshine. I saw that in Mario and Sonic at the Sochi Olympic Games, I think, for Wii U, maybe. I forget, I think it was that game. But anyway, they had that as a map for, like, hockey, I think, or something, and it looked beautiful. And then, like, they have Sunshine Airport in Mario Kart 8 in Deluxe, and it's just like, they're just bringing that game kind of into the present, I guess. They had the Sunshine jacket, or shirt, rather, from Mario Odyssey as a, like, outfit swap. So it's just like, they're throwing little hints here and there saying, you know, we still acknowledge this game, but it's not a thing. You know, I would love to see some kind of, like, track or something, some kind of nice reference to that. Flood as an item or something, that would be really cool. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw ideas out there, but I think some kind of reference to Sunshine would be really cool too.
Well, technically, in Mario Kart DS, there is a course called Delfino Plaza, which is basically what you described, where you drive around a different version of Isle Delfino. You're going around like the towns. There's pianos all over the place. They did obviously redesign it, so it's not like an exact replica of Isle Delfino.
Is that Delfino Square? Is that what it was?
Delfino Square. That's
Okay.
the name. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the name.
Yeah, I remember that now you said that. Okay. That one seemed a lot more like, it didn't feel like the game. I remember that now that you say
No,
that.
not at all. But like it has a lot of like, it looks a lot like you're driving through Isle Delfino.
Yeah. So that'd be really cool, even to see that as like a remake, as a track for future DLC or something would be really cool. But then what about, this is kind of an odd choice, but like, what about maps from Mario and Rabbids? And they had them as playable characters too, as like palette swaps.
Honestly, I would be okay with that.
I think I would
And I
too.
know, I think a lot of people are like, oh, no, Rabbids. But okay, literally, the only people that say they don't like the Rabbids in Mario and Rabbids have not actually played the game.
Right.
Because the Rabbids in Mario and Rabbids are not obnoxious and annoying. In fact, they're quite charming, which really, really surprised me. And honestly, like you said, I'd be totally down if they were playable characters.
And it's just like, I know a playable character really isn't that big of a deal in Mario Kart, like it would be in like Smash Bros or something, but just to have that as an option is a nice thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know, that could be a thing. Just have maps from each world or something like that would be kind of cool. Drive through pipes and transport, you know, wherever else like they do in the games. I actually haven't played that. The only time I played that game was at E3 last year. But then, what about like a Donkey Kong Jungle game track from like, or I said that like it's an actual game, Donkey Kong Jungle track from like the GameCube. That was like one of my favorite tracks on that game, on Double Dash.
Oh, DK Mountain?
Yeah. DK Mountain. It was so beautiful. I loved it. And like something about that barrel that just blasts you into the mountain, you know? It was so nice.
That's really cool.
And there's
honestly, what I've always wanted to see from the Donkey Kong Country games is like a minecart track. Like, do you remember those?
Yes.
Like, that could be so awesome. So I guess kind of similar to Wario's Goldmine, except it could have like Donkey Kong music, and it could be like a lot darker, and the jumps could be a lot harder because the minecart levels are pretty infamous for being pretty challenging levels.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really awesome to see.
That would be so cool. That's such a good idea. Instead of having like 2D, it'd be like 3D, obviously. That would be so cool. I love that idea, man. Okay, I don't even know, but like Donkey Kong, yeah. I mean, if they had like Diddy playable, Dixie as a palette swap or something, they just, every franchise except for Mario needs a little more love, I think. I know it's Mario Kart, but a little extra Nintendo goodness in there would not, you know, turn me away from buying the game.
You see, the thing is, they opened the floodgate when they announced Link and the villagers as playable characters.
Yeah.
So now, if they're going to keep expanding, it's just going to get to the point where it's like all Nintendo characters. It's not even going to be Mario Kart anymore.
Yeah.
Which, at first, I didn't know how I felt about that. I was kind of upset because I was like, this doesn't really make sense. But the more I think about it, it's like there's so many more possibilities.
There is.
Now. Like, there's so many more locations from other Nintendo games that could be turned into tracks, and maybe we could even get Nintendo-themed items one day.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, a hook shot is an item. Like, you can use it to grab someone, and then you get, like, a big boost pulling them back.
That would
that's
be
just
really
one
cool.
example. There's so many things that they could do.
There is.
Now that they've introduced, like, non-Mario characters.
Right. And like, exactly, there's so much diversity there. So much variety to choose from, basically. And whether they do that or not, you know, we have no clue what they're going to do. You know, we're just people waiting to play the game, play DLC, you know, and that's if it happens. They said if the game sells well, and it seems to have sold well, hopefully we have something along those lines to be announced at E3. But is there anything else you want to add or anything like that?
Well, I guess I really don't think there's going to be DLC for Mario Kart 8 because they would have done it already.
You think so?
Because, like, yeah, the game at this point has sold millions of copies.
Yeah.
So I think their focus now is getting Mario Kart Tour out and then just focusing on a brand new Mario Kart game for the Switch.
Yeah, I forgot about that, actually. Mario Kart Tour, that's interesting. I guess I'll have to talk about that at some other time, too. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be hopeful because I feel like part of me just wants to believe it'll happen, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would be fine with DLC, but I'd also be perfectly fine waiting until the next Mario Kart comes out.
Right.
Because I want to see like what new thing they're gonna do. Because
I agree.
Mario Kart 8 was it's obviously a great game. The anti-gravity feature is awesome, but it didn't really feel like a giant step or like a giant evolution.
Right.
So I feel like introducing more Nintendo characters and maybe I don't know what else they could do. They're just going to have to find something else kind of new and different for the next Mario Kart so that it really stands out.
Right, I agree.
Okay, so here's what I was thinking that I think they're finally going to do. There's going to be a single-player mode that's like an adventure mode. So if you've ever played Diddy Kong Racing or Crash Team Racing, you go around in like this giant hub world and you play the tracks. Then there's like other challenges to do. I want to see something like that.
That would be
next
really
Mario
cool.
Kart. Expand on the single-player and bring back mission mode.
Yes.
You got me all into talking about Mario Kart. I could go on all day.
Yeah, no, I probably could too. But yeah, those are some really good ideas, man. I mean, like we said, you never know what they're going to do. Eventually, maybe we'll see something. But I think I kind of like your idea after sitting here thinking about it for a few seconds. Like, you wait for a Mario Kart 9 or whatever they call it, you know, to see what they can add on. But, you know, they could take all those ideas and merge them into that game. We don't know if they happen to see the video. Hello. But no, I don't know. It is what it is, and I guess we'll find out in due time what they take, what direction they take that franchise. So, yeah, I mean, okay. So, Nathaniel, thank you so much for joining. It was a fun talk. And
yeah, dude, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. It's always fun to work with you. If you guys are going to go check out his channel, his link is down below in the description, as well it will be in the end card of this video. So thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you next time.
All right, see you guys.